Great. So I don't know how much Josh told you about what we do.
He said you played board games on Twitch.
Yes.
So,
Are you familiar with Twitch?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. So we're not Twitch employees, but we are Twitch streamers. And we play board games on Twitch, but our whole approach to it is that we allow our audience to play with us. So Nicole, her nickname is Twitch Proxy. Basically, our audience comes into chat, and they play a player through her. So they'll tell her what turns or moves or whatever they want to use. So we're very
So Twitch plays board games, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I've seen a few of those. I saw the Pokemon. Twitch plays Pokemon.
It's like that, but for board games. 100%.
So the reason we are really coming over, other than the fact that you are so awesome, obviously, is that our board game streamer community is pretty tight-knit, and we have another board game streamer in our chat right now called Crit Camp. And he wanted to make sure that we came over to say hello and to come check you out.
Hey, Crit Camp, I'm on TV.
I'm on TV.
No, yeah, I hang out with Crit Camp a lot. We play a lot of Heroes of Storm together.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's cool. That's cool. Small world.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, Brad, we like to take the philosophy of having. Very tired. Sorry.
It's only Thursday.
It's only Thursday. I was
I feel
promised
the same
In-N-Out
way,
Burger
though.
today, so I'm very excited.
Which one?
In-N-Out Burger.
Oh yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. I'm from
this-
New Mexico. We don't have it out there, so.
We're from Florida, and we don't have it either, so I've never had it.
Okay.
It's exciting.
It's good. It's good.
So we try to take this whole theme of being the proxy for our chat to the cons, and talk to a lot of the industry insiders, talk to a lot of the exhibitors, get sneak peeks for whatever games you guys are having come out. Some people aren't able to make it out here, so we want to make sure that we still get to show all our chat and our viewers what's going on.
Okay.
So, Brad, let's start off by talking a little bit about you. What got you into the board game industry?
Well, I mean, I've been doing board games for a long time, ever since I was a kid. I didn't really realize there was a whole games industry until I got into college. And then I got to my college gaming club, and I was like, oh, people actually, do for a living what I've been, doing with my friends in high school for years now. So I immediately thought, I need to be part of this. And I was very lucky to kind of get in when Kickstarter started to become big, and I saw that Kickstarters were going up, and I was like, I can do that, and I made my game, and I put it up on Kickstarter, and it's the first BGG.CON game, which we've since reprinted.
Do you have a box? Excellent.
This one. So I've always been a really big fighting game player, and so BGG.CON is like Street Fighter for your kitchen table. It's got you have your characters, and they move back and forth on this grid. You play your attacks. You try and catch your opponent off guard and deal damage to them, reduce their life down to 0 before they do the same to you. If any of you guys have played Blast Blue before, all the characters have their own kind of unique mechanics. And we do that in BGG.CON, where one person has a tech tree they can build up during the game. Other people can summon zombies on the field and control them. One guy has different elements that he can fuse into his attacks. So everybody's really wild and different, and it kind of brings their own game to the table. But it's all self-contained. You don't have to do any deck building. You don't have to memorize a whole giant card list. You can just open up and pick a character and play. And that's kind of what we wanted to bring to the tabletop game when we did BGG.CON.
Do you mind if I show you this?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, that's a
So are you a designer as well as a publisher?
I'm the designer and the publisher for most of what you see here.
Oh, that's very cool.
But we do publish outside designs as well.
Okay.
So
this is your original game. This is kind of, I guess, your flagship. You would.
That was the first big game we did.
Okay.
And I would say I'd say probably this is one of the ones we're most well known for.
Okay.
Our biggest thing today, the biggest news today that we have is Mega Man Pixel Tactics, and you guys probably all know who Mega Man is, right? So we have teamed up with BGG.CON Games, who did the Mega Man board game.
Okay.
And we made this SRPG card game called Pixel Tactics.
SRPG.
Final Fantasy Tactics, Advance Wars, Ogre Battle, Disgaea. It's the Japanese strategy RPG genre.
Okay.
Those sorts of games. So we have a card game that's based on strategy RPGs.
Okay.
And they had the license to Mega Man, and we're like, well, we got to put these together. And so we have this, Mega Man Pixel Tactics card game, and you can play as Mega Man or any of the Robot Masters, 1 through 6, and plus all their companions, Rush, Proto Man, Dr. Light, Dr. Wily, are all in here, and they all have cool thematic abilities that bring the kind of experience of Mega Man and of those characters to a tabletop game and to a strategy, an SRPG game, which is a space Mega Man has.
Can I grab a couple of those cards so we can show Twitch the
sure.
art and design of them?
Yeah, just.
Do you have any favorites?
No, I really like Dr. Wily, but they're playing him over there on the table. So
okay.
I'll just let you take a look for these.
Okay. Do you want to skim through, grab a couple so we can? So what? I mean, you had the strategy RPGs. You were able to work with Mega Man. What started the ball rolling on this project? I mean,
for the Mega Man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've been good friends with Jasco for a while, and we knew that they did Mega Man for their TCG UFS or Universal Fighting System, their trading card game, and they did a Mega Man board game, and and we were just, we're fellow designers, and when we hang out, and I was like, we really ought to do Mega Man Pixel Tactics, and he was like, well, I like Pixel Tactics, and I have Mega Man, so yeah, let's do it.
That's very cool.
You must be very it's not always that tough. And and we had a really good time putting it together.
Very cool. So, So this is what you're going to be. Well, so is this game out now?
So this is on Kickstarter right now.
Okay.
And you can actually go to Kickstarter and you can get the Mega Man Pixel Tactics game, and it's probably going to be out in early next year. Okay. Is what we're looking at.
Have you funded yet for it?
Yes, it's already funded, but it's still ongoing.
On Kickstarter, do you have any stretch goals that you're working towards?
Yeah, we do have some stretch goals. We have all the bosses from Mega Man 9 and 10.
Okay.
And a bunch of the extra companions like basic troubles that you can unlock and that you can get for free by backing that project. So there's a lot of really cool stuff left to get in there, and about a week left to get in on it. But we make a lot of games for for the video game for video game players who want to play tabletop games.
So aside from Mega Man, what other video game title would I recognize?
Okay. So we haven't had a lot of video game licenses, but we make video game-like games. Like I said, strategy RPG card game. We have a game called Cell Swords, which is very similar to the Triple Triad card game that appeared in Final Fantasy.
Okay.
We have Exceed, which is another head-to-head fighting card game, for like your Street Fighter versus BattleCon's Blaze Blue, if you will. And we have our big, probably most well-known game is, or not most well-known, but hottest game right now is this thing, which is Millennium Blades. And this is
That looks very cool.
It's a board game. So Millennium Blades is a board game about a group of friends that play a collectible card game that's called Millennium Blades. And
it's very Inception.
Yeah, so you're all basically Yu-Gi-Oh players. You start out on pre-release night with your starter deck in your hand, with a dream in your heart, and you buy booster packs, and you sell your junk cards in the aftermarket, and you build collections, and you trade with your friends, and you buy more cards, and then at a certain interval of real time, because everybody's just doing this all the time. Like
real time is not turn-based?
It's not turn-based. You buy, and you sell, and you trade, and everybody's doing this all the time. And then after 20 minutes of that, the tournament starts, and you have to play the game with whatever deck you manage to build.
Okay.
So if you like to actually build decks from you get a bunch of cards, and you have to figure out what's the order I can build out of this chaos. That's kind of what the whole game's about, and you get to kind of live that whole CCG experience, but without collectible card game experience, but without spending thousands of dollars and months of your life. So
only 20 minutes.
Yeah,
you got 20 minutes.
It's about 3 hours or so, but still highly compressed. That's 20 minutes per round, and then you have your tournaments. So it all flows together pretty quickly.
Awesome. Anything else that you want to make sure that our viewers get to get their eyes on?
I mean, I think you guys seen most of the really important stuff. We do make like more traditional games, like we have worker play. Like this is a sort of Harry Potter style game, but you play as the professors in this magic university, and you're trying to undermine each other so you can become the chancellor of the university. We've got a murder mystery game, which is But I think for like the really exciting stuff, you've seen Mega Man Pixel Tactics, and that's still up, and that's the thing that I would want to say, like go get this because it's super cool. I'm really excited to finally be able to do a real video game property with Mega Man. So that's my big cool thing this week.
Nicole, do we have any questions for chat? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Says, ask him about Cell Swords Battle of the Indies.
Oh, the Cell Swords. Cell Swords.
Cell Swords Battle of the...
We have actually, I think you mean Olympus. We have a Cell Swords Olympus coming out.
Okay, but Cell Swords Olympus?
Yeah, and it's got, so like I said, this is sort of the triple triad card game where you have your group of, and I guess I could probably move this closer, but you have your group of characters and you draft off heroes and you play them out onto the board and they flip and control other heroes. And your goal is to turn the most of the board that you can, your color.
Okay.
Or to score rows and columns of the board. We're coming out with a new expansion for this. Crit Camp played this on their stream, and they did a great job with it, and I had a lot of fun with it. We're coming out with another expansion for it that has a bunch of Greek-themed heroes, so you can play as Zeus and Hercules and Poseidon and all those guys.
That's very cool.
It's a lot of fun. It's drawn by Fabio Fontes, the same artist that does our Millennium Blades.
Okay.
And does a lot of really cool cartoon art for us.
So it's coming out. Do you have this is going to be on Kickstarter?
This one is going to be available on Kickstarter probably in January, and then it'll be available in stores, we're hoping, by June, July.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Matt misses you.
Aww.
And also, how's the digital version coming along with Battle?
Digital
version
It's coming
of
along.
BattleCon?
We are so for this game we are working on a BattleCon online, so you can play.
Maybe that's what he was talking, because that's War of Indies.
Oh yeah, this is BattleCon War of Indies. Maybe that's what he was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is coming. We're working on the digital version of this. It's been a long time coming. We've been working about a year and a half on it at this point.
So, what's the digital version?
So you can play online with friends anywhere in the world.
Okay.
And it plays on your phone or computer, PC, Mac, Android, iOS.
Wow.
The game is all working and running right now. We're doing a lot of the polishing steps. We're putting on the nice menus, the responsive buttons, the all the little frills. We're getting updated artwork for every card, updated artwork for some of the characters. So it's really just all the flourishes and final touches that we're putting onto it.
So even if you have the card game, then the advantage of getting the digital version is, one, you're getting to play with other players all over the world, and two, I guess you're getting updated artwork for the cards that you may already have.
Yeah, and we have some new characters that are, that are built around the idea of them being on a computer system. So we have characters who their cards can change midway through the game. Like the text on the cards might change, or they might get new abilities. So we have characters that you can't get in the board game that you can in the digital. But there are also a few characters that you can't do in digital that you can do
on a board game.
On a board game, yeah.
Okay.
And so we're building around the platform. We're very aware of the constraints and benefits of each platform as we work on it.
So how do people get updates for when the digital version is going to be coming out?
So we have a mailing list, and if you're interested in learning more about what we do, just visit level99games.com, level99games.com, and we have a little subscribe link on the right side of our blog, and you can just sign up there, and we'll give you all our updates about the cool new stuff we're doing. Yeah. All right. We'll see you there.
Do you any last minute commentary?
Thanks for playing games. Thanks for watching the show, and I hope to see you out at one of these things someday.
Awesome, Brad. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.